Hey, welcome again to the Data Viz Plus Toolkit. This is my personal toolkit, but maybe I might start getting it ready for distribution. But let's look at the Certificate AI Visual Layout. And you can read this. It's AI-powered visual layout editor for LearnDash. It creates PDFs. It's one-click Claude Vision AI layout, drag and drop with snap guides, show hide elements, upload to edit backgrounds, real-time shortcode rendering, auto-translated labels, 10 different languages, template builder, expiration date, shortcode, multi-language preview, carousel, side-by-side positioning. It creates new certificates with assignment and Node.js headless LMS export. So here it is. You see it's enabled. I go here, and I currently have this certificate called C1, which is one of my certificates. In fact, it's my only one loaded into it. Now, if I were to do this, I could actually create a new certificate, but I won't right now. But if I did, it would save the background image directly into the featured image for the post, which equates to the actual certificate post. Over here you see it has 6 languages. So what it did is went out and detected all the places like where people that completed this course, where they're from, and it basically has a translator built in, so you don't have to mess around if you got Cyrillic fonts or Georgian kind of fonts or whatever. So let's see that right now. I click preview, and it shows me this certificate one step at a time in the carousel, and this equates to the actual users that have completed this test. So we got Paco Garcia, and you notice all this stuff's translated. And we go to the next one. It's Russian. I'm sorry, I did study Russian at Cal as an undergrad, but I don't remember much. That looks like Ivan Petrov or something, I would think. Let's go to the next one. I think this is Chinese. I studied simplified Chinese lunch in San Francisco, Patunghua, but I don't remember it, but it's here. So it does these translations for you automatically. And when you actually send out these with my certificate plugin, my certificate email module or plugin, it'll render these as is, fully translated. Next one would be Georgian. And we got one more here. This looks like German. And then the last one is English. And this user is just a test user, but his name is AA for simplification. So I can get rid of this, but we see this in action, so we can do that. Now we have AI settings where we can go ahead and put in our key for our Claude API. And then the certificate background. So we can go ahead, and it shows what the current featured image is. So this is what's down here is what currently is. Now, if I want, I can choose an image, and I'll just choose one here that I had generated because how about classic gold? Let's choose that one. And then it loads in the image, and you can then go here and you can click on all these different shortcodes, because these are going to vary. Sometimes the certificate of completion is going to be baked into the actual PNG or JPEG that's your image, that's your background image that you uploaded. Sometimes they're not. So you can do things like resize these, or if you want, you can right click and hide it. And you can also, do anything like resize these, move these. You see they snap. Right now I have them set on centered, but you can turn that off. I can make this bigger if I want by going like that, repositioning it. Or I could just simply go down here where it has AI layout, and have AI look at it and do a layout based on what it sees in the background. So I'll do that. Oh, I got to save it first, so I'll save this. So I'll save the layout. That'll create it in the database, in the WordPress featured ID. In other words, when you save it, the background image becomes the feature image for the certificate. And now what I can do is do AI layout, and it analyzes it, and it comes up with its own suggestions. I mean, if they're not quite right, you can still move them. Yeah, so you can hide things and do all kinds of stuff. And then what I'll do is, I kind of like this background. Maybe I want to make this a little bit bigger. Now this certificate ID comes from my other module, which is, I'll show you in a minute, but I'll go ahead and then save the layout. Layout saved. So if I were to go back into settings again, it should use the new one. And then this, you can go ahead and choose another image and play with these background images and easily move these around, resize them, hide them. Like this one looks a little bit bad. Let me move that. Oh, okay. I guess I'll move that here. So it's a complete WYSIWYG, and what's kind of cool about it is it uses the old standard, I think it was called TC-PDF, a runtime which I think was built back in 2001. So that means it uses the core of the LearnDash plugin, which has this old or TC-PDF certificate runtime in its core. You don't need their additional module, which quite frankly, or module or add-on, I should say, which quite frankly I've just never used. So I'll save my layout, and down here, if you want, you can actually do this and fine-tune these. You can do things like change its color, whether it's centered, its size, whether it's bold. And then these are all the shortcodes, and these shortcodes all get rendered. In other words, you'll never, as far as I know, as far as I've tested, you'll never have a shortcode that's not rendered. I think they'll all be rendered, and so when you email that out later, all of that good stuff will be in the attached certificate file that gets sent to the various people, the user. You could have the group leaders or admin or whatever. That's a different module, but that's how it works. So I'll save this, saved, and then I'll get out of this one, close it out. And so these are related. This is what we just looked at. This provides this with the certificate ID and the QR code that you can verify. And it works with groups and all kinds of stuff. It generates IDs for course, quizzes, and group certificates. And then this is the auto mailer. And what's great is that this all stuff gets rendered in here. I don't know if you've ever had a problem with that or not. And then this one puts a certificate photo on the actual certificates. This is a certificate permastore, which once it takes a snapshot and you never can change it. It's like set in stone. And then these are some other modules: repetitive learning, H5P, H5E, restrict forms like gravity forms or fluent forms, or what else is there? Formidable forms, WP forms. It restricts them to LearnDash groups if you have it enabled. And I guess that's about all we'll talk about for now. So if you have any questions, feel free to contact me. As always, my email is pfkellogg@gmail.com. So, hey, I guess that concludes this video. I want to thank you for watching, and if you have any questions, feel free to give me a ping. Good night.